we talk about culture, it's more important to talk about our role and our responsibility as a church and as individuals that make up the church, because culture doesn't just happen. Culture doesn't just spring up out of nowhere, out of thin air. But culture is taken on and is established by people of God who take it upon themselves as their responsibility to set the tone and to establish whatever culture it is that you're wanting to establish. And I believe God has already begun that in what He evidenced in our service last week. And I believe God has responded to our efforts of beginning to establish a culture as it pertains to us not having God pursue us, but us pursuing after God. Yeah. Because it is truly God's desire for us to pursue Him. Everything that God has for us, it's just available. Yeah. It's just available. But we have to be the ones that have to go out and get it. Yeah. Because you see, it's just like with anything in life. If you want it, you got to go get it. And a lot of times, as the saying goes, if you want it bad enough, you'll go get it. And a lot of times in the spiritual aspect, if we're not going after it, or if we're not getting it, then we just have to question and ask ourselves, is it because maybe that we don't want it bad enough? God is also looking for those who will worship Him in truth, which a lot of times looks like when nobody else is around. When you're all by yourself and it's just you and the Word of God, and you choose to worship God and hold fast to His Word in spite of everything else that's going on in your life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Verse 24, for God is a spirit, and they that worship Him, everybody say must worship Him in spirit and in truth. It's not optional. It is impossible to separate. Hear me tonight. It is impossible to separate the Spirit of God from the truth of God, or the Word of God. Then God has made it so that in order to worship Him in true worship, it requires that we worship Him in spirit and in truth.